Greetings, Lucha lovers. Hutch Henry's here. It's a new day. It's a judgment day. It's a giveaway. It's one hell of a Raw when it comes to the tag team scene. And I just want to talk about it a little bit today, mostly about the women's title. But let's talk about the New Day. Man, what a squandered heel turn. I mean, they did absolutely nothing with this team, and I love Xavier Woods. He has so come into his own. Like, he's such a good wrestler now, a good character. He looks great. Kofi's a total vet, and they could have done so much more with this team. But just like with Io and almost with, like, Tiffany, some of these titles, how can they have a U.S. and Intercontinental women's titles when they can't even do anything with their world champion? Like, what's Io doing? She's done nothing, basically, and now she's just right back with Rhea. But let's not get off track here. The New Day completely squandered. I mean, one of the best heel turns of the year. I don't know if Big E was going to get cleared to do some stuff or get involved, and then maybe that got reneged or changed. Maybe, I mean, who knows? In the world of wrestling, I mean, I do know, as somebody that promotes wrestling events in Toronto, things change all the time. They change on a dime. And they change for the weirdest reasons, and sometimes the most obvious reasons. When you tell it, you're like, oh, that makes sense, when you end up telling somebody why something didn't work out. And maybe the reason that New Day ended up kind of in a holding pattern was something was planned, didn't work out, and then when you tell some fan, well, this is why, they're like, oh, well, that's unfortunate, but yeah, okay, makes sense. But still, as far as I'm concerned, if you're being paid by WWE to be a writer, you can't come up with something for these guys. And now here I am as if I know. Like, maybe they did. Maybe this huge writer's room had stuff for the New Day, and then the higher-ups are like, nah, that's not interesting enough. Or, no, we're not going to put energy or time into that. Or, you know, hey, we've been thrown a loop with this whole Ron Killing's R-Truth thing. We're trying to make room for him, and we weren't expecting to have to. So, yeah, we don't have room for this right now. But, God, what an absolute waste. What a waste of a run. What a waste of a heel turn. And what a waste of a hell of a version of the New Day. This is one of the coolest versions. This specific heel version. I want to say heel New Day. But they were heel at the beginning, but they were kind of goofy heels. I like this. And, man, I'm really liking Xavier Woods. And I hate seeing him take this clean pinfall and lose. It's really unfortunate. But let's move on to the other tag team title. Talking about not being creative. Like I was saying, hey, the creative team, they should be fired. The writers should be fired. This is what absolutely kills me. It does not take a lot of effort to make titles valid. I mean, you might as well throw the women's titles in the garbage anyways. Nobody cares about these things. They don't give them any justice, and they're basically meaningless. And, you know, I hate to be that guy that's ranting. You know, I guess I did listen to some JD from NY. So I'm like, yeah, they're worthless piece of crap titles. You know what I'm saying, bro? These are awful, bro. What you drinking? I know I'm drinking myself to death having to watch this product. Like, there we go. There's a quick JD. Hey, I could have done a better jersey, I think, if I was going to do JD, huh? But, you know, then I watched a lot more positive guys. There's positive wrestling guys out there. We'll go with the Wrestle Talk guys. I like them, right? There's an example of more positive wrestling guys. But even they are disappointed in this run with the New Day. And when it comes to the women's title, I believe that perhaps they also agree that they do not have the kind of steam or importance that a title like this should have. I mean, this four-way thing they're doing at Evolution, does NXT even have any tag teams? And, like, we're looking at the Secret Hervis for SmackDown probably, unless they're going to do something with this weird Charlotte Alexa Bliss thing. But it's probably going to be the Hervis. For Raw, I don't know who you got for Raw. God, it's on the tip of my tongue who it'll be, but like it really even matters. The point is, going into this match with Perez just being given the title diminishes this title even more. All right, here's what I would have done. You got your tag team title win here with the Judgment Day and Finn and McDonough, and they're celebrating backstage, and you got this whole thing where Perez is holding the title there, and she's smiling, and they're like, oh, are we going to make it official? And, you know, Raquel is not pleased, and she's kind of rolling her eyes, like all this stuff. Easily fixed. General manager, hey, this is happening at Evolution. The titles are now going to be vacated. Or, I don't want to have to strip you of the title. I'm not going to do an official stripping. You can still carry both titles to the ring, and you and Roxanne are going to be in this match at Evolution to crown new champions. You don't just put the title on Perez and have it move forward from there. They're going to win the match at Evolution anyways, right? And keep the titles, right? So you might as well make it for the vacant titles. Raquel can even come to the ring, like with both titles, and she has to like give them up at the beginning of the match. And they're like, she's like, I don't know. They could have done something more with it to make the titles mean more, to give Raquel even more apprehension about giving away Liv's title. But just a straight vacation and give me those title belts. Sorry, ladies, but don't worry. In 3 weeks at Evolution, this will happen. I mean, you're just going to have Roxanne Perez for the next 3 weeks fluttering around with this title belt. Now, I understand you want it to look like the Judgment Day has all the gold. All of them have a belt around their waist. They look great. I can understand why they want to keep it on them. But as far as I'm concerned, there are ways of keeping titles valid and having a little more heat on them and validity to them and prestige to them. And WWE shoots themselves in the foot all the time. And just letting Perez have the title, unless you're going to work it into the storyline where Liv is pissed about how quickly and easily she was replaced as if it was nothing, then there's no point in just giving it to her. And it doesn't look like they're going to do that. I mean, Dominic seems apprehensive. Raquel seems apprehensive. So they're going to have the ability to say, hey, I wasn't for this. Unless it's going to be all the way till Rumble, till she comes back, and they slowly start to pretend like she doesn't exist. They start glad-handing with Roxanne Perez and lifting her on their shoulders, and yeah, we did it. And the whole Judgment Day becomes a big, happy family. No more Finn Balor, when everybody walks away, smirking to himself about the fact that he's been causing dissension, which has been going on for freaking forever. And now, they're going to turn it around, and it's not going to happen anymore. Now that he's got a title, he's happy. He's that petty that he's like, okay, now I got gold. I don't have to cause shit anymore. Maybe that is it. Maybe he's just a shit-disturbing little heel. But is it going to be one big happy family all the way till Liv comes back? I don't know. But for me, just giving it to Roxanne, I don't know, it left a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm often wrong about these things when I look at it in hindsight. And another thing I was wrong about I don't know if I was wrong about it, but looking at it in hindsight, I do my Crisis on Infinite Earths, wrestling crisis kind of thing where I'm like, all right, this is how it's happened. How do I take existing canon and twist the narrative to make it fit the current story? And that's what I want to talk about in my next little video here about The Rock. I'm okay with The Rock not being around. I'm kind of okay with all of the way this has went. I still don't think that Cena's reasoning for turning heel, that the fans are such dickheads and you're all, yeah, you fans. I still don't like that. But, I can work with it. Let's work with it. As Adam Blompied would say, or Blompier would say,
let me have a go.
So maybe we'll talk about why I think we can work with it, It's like the MCU. I got a couple ways that we could save the MCU. I got a couple pitches on how we can make all of this, MCU and all these shitty shows, not matter as much or matter instead of ignoring them. Here's how they can matter, even though they're shit. So there you go. Let's see if we can do that with Cena Rock when we get back next time. But, hey, congratulations to the Judgment Day. I think the New Day could have done a lot better. I think they're a wicked team, but, they were doing nothing. And now Judgment Day looks great with all their gold and the whole faction being on top of Raw, with the exception of the world titles, the 2 world titles. They pretty much got it all, right? So there you go. I guess I should probably say like and subscribe, support, all that stuff earlier in the video. Maybe I should get used to that. I'll get a little B-roll button I can press halfway through my speech where it just cuts to me saying, hey guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. But anyways, we'll talk to you guys again soon. Please subscribe to Demand Lucha, subscribe here at Hutch Henry's, and you can follow me now on the A Plus Productions podcast. That's the Canadian version of A, EH, and the plus symbol, EH Plus Productions. Doing the podcast with them every Sunday from now on with Boris and Matt. So check that out. We'll leave some links here in the description, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks so much.